All right, let's keep this comedy train moving. I'm super excited to bring up your next comic. She performs all over. She's originally from Texas, but she's here for you right now. Please make it loud for Jessica Alanis, everybody.
Okay, keep it going for Aaron. This is pop-up nightcap. That's awesome, right? Moss Models, thanks for having this. This is great. Yeah, I'm excited. I will admit, originally when I was asked to do this, I was a little nervous. I was like, Moss Models? To be models here? Like, they are tall. Like, that's scary for me. That's scary. I'm pint-sized. That's intimidating, you know what I mean? Like, they can see over their steering wheel. That's a lot. That's scary. Scary. And then I thought about it, though, and I was like, models and me, we're the same, right? Like, they're tall, and I'm tall for a 5th grader, so, like, same thing. You know, and I was like, they can touch the top shelf, which is cool, but, like, I can touch my toes, so that's just as cool, you know? I don't know, I'm excited to be here. New Year's Eve is always fun. It's one of my favorite holidays. I love it. I really do. But this is the first New Year's where I've done something, and I haven't just, like, stayed at home, which is cool, you know? I moved here 2.5 years ago from Chicago. I was in Chicago, but originally from Texas, which is fun. One thing when I left Texas that I realized that not everybody is Mexican. Do you guys know that? That was wild. I was like, what? Like, I just assumed, because we all, in Texas, you all grew up the same way, right? Like, you have quinceañeras, you eat tacos, you don't know your dad. Like, everybody has the same upbringing. So I was so confused. And it blew my mind when I got to LA, when people were like, oh, I thought you were white. I was like, do I look entitled? Like, is that what I'm giving off? And I get it. I look in the mirror and I'm like, no, you do look like you say, hey, we should skedaddle, you guys. Like, we gotta go. I give that vibe. And to be fair, you know what? I didn't grow up with the culture as much. Like, I didn't grow up knowing how to speak Spanish. Like, I grew up learning how to speak to the managers. That was what my mom taught us, right? That's what we had. I don't know, though. I got to LA and people just started talking to me about their chakras, and I was so confused. Because I thought they meant chanclas. I was like, what? What? It said Los Feliz, and they're like, no, it's Los Feliz. Like, don't try so hard, they don't care. And I was like, hey, is me, what? What are you talking about? I always think I look Mexican until I met Mexicans from, like, Compton, and I was like, oh, I'm white. I am white. I am white, you're right. Lo siento, I am white. Oh, sorry about that. I try, though. I do try to be a part of the culture, and when I got to college, I finally felt like I was a part of it. And all it was easy. All it took was getting arrested and spending a night in jail. And then boom, ya tu sabes, dude, I was in the culture. Started saying and shit at the end of every sentence. It was great. Easy. It was easy. I did, yeah. I spent one night in jail. I got a DWI when I was in college. Not fun. That was expensive, dude. I do not recommend college at all. Woohoo! Still paying for that mistake. My God, are you kidding me? No, thank you. No, thank you. It was a different time, though. It was 2010, you know? We didn't have Uber and Lyft, so it's not my fault. You know, can't blame me. It was when, like, TikTok was just a song by Kesha and not a career. Like, it was a different time. It was when we had designated drivers. You guys remember that? Yeah, designated drivers were the only rule for the night was to stick to Bud Light. That is what they did. It's great. Different time. I'm a different person, though. I'm in a different stage of my life now, you know? I have a career. I'm doing well for myself. I'm what you call a Henry. You guys heard this term? It's Henry. It stands for high earner, not rich yet. High earner, not rich yet. So it means, like, I have enough money, but, like, I burned this jacket a year ago and haven't been able to replace it. And I still wear it out. I'm like, this is my style. People are like, looks like you meant to do that. And I was like, I did mean to get drunk at the Abbey. You're right. I did mean to do that, yes. It's just being, like, poor adjacent. It's just, like, a cute way of saying that, you know? Like how they call short kings. It's just, like, a cute, adorable way so you don't feel as bad. Like, single women in their 30s, independent. Like, it's just cute. It's a cuter way to say you're poor. I love it. I enjoy it. Now, I am doing well for myself, but I want this new year, my resolution is to save more money, right? To, like, you know, do that. And I thought about ways to do it. And I have to make more money first to save it. That's key to that part of it. And I think I'm going to start getting residuals, like actors do, from all the guys who have ever broken up with me. I think that'd be a good bet. Like, if you've seen me naked and thought about it after, I feel like I should get paid for that, right? Like, imagine the guys I sent nude photos to who still have it in their phone. Like, you don't have to delete it, babe. Just send me a monthly Venmo. That would be appreciated too. I always love it because women are like, yeah, it's a good idea. And the men are like, that would be an expensive bill I have to pay each month. That's a lot of nudes. I know people are like, nude photos, like, I would never do that. And I'm like, well, you must have a dad. That is what that means. Wow. Wow. And they're like, well, because, Jessica, what if it ends up online? And then you can never do things like run for, political office or be a CEO. I'm like, I'm like, I have an arrest record and a punch card to Planned Parenthood, dude. Like, that's not gonna be the thing that takes me out. Are you kidding me? And they're like, well, what if he shows his friends and passes it around? And I'm like, I'm single and need a ride to LAX, dude. Like, consider it. It's like a business card, right? I'm like, pass it around accordingly. I am open for new clients. I need people. Anybody would take it. I am single right now. You couples look so lovely all here. This is quite normal for me. I'm like 2, 2, 2, 5. Got it. No, I'm used to being the third wheel. It's kind of my brand right now. Anyway, so I am single, and I don't mind it at all. I don't mind. I just don't like the dating apps. I got bullied on them when I was on it. Met a guy on Hinge. Before we ever met in person, he was like, hey, quick question. Is English your second language? And I was like, oh my God, he knows I'm Mexican. That's amazing. So I asked him why, and he was like, well, it's because you misspelled so many words incorrectly in such a short amount of time that I just assumed you didn't grow up speaking the language. I was like, that's fair. Disappointing men is the first, so that checks it off for me. That's right. That's right. It's not that bad. I just don't like advice people give me either. Like people are like, well, when you least expect it, it'll happen. And I'm like, I guess you didn't expect to meet your husband in 7th grade. I get that. I get that works for you. You married the first person who showed you their boobs. That checks out. Like, what do you want me to say to that? And my mom, I love her, but she gives the worst advice. At first, her advice was like, well, just settle. And I'm like, that's not great. Most parents are like, you deserve the best. And my mom's, you deserve a guy who just hopefully doesn't have kids. That's what, just keep that, hold on to that. And now she's like, well, maybe try something different. Like, go back to church. Maybe you'll meet someone at church. And I grew up Catholic, but I don't go to church, right? Like, I'll only go on holy days of obligation, right? So, like, Christmas, Easter, when I'm late for my period, those are the days that I will go to church, right? And pray. You want a boyfriend, not a baby daddy, right? That's what the Bible says. It's Mary, verse 1, chapter 69. Hey. Stupid, I know, but that was for me, not for you guys. I wanted that one. No. It's my friends tell me too. They're like, well, it's the guys you date. You gotta try dating different guys. So they're like, the guys you date, you should go after the guys who are like CEOs and drive Teslas. The ones who know the difference between affect and effect, right? Like someone who can spell Wednesday without saying Wednesday. That is the bar. And I'm like, that's fair. That, whatever. Like, because the guys I date are the ones who join the military to help pay for college, right? But by college, they mean child support. Those are my guys. Like, you have a baby, you have a Jessica, right? Like, I am good. Stepmom material. That's what I have. Like, the guys who, they don't have Teslas, but they have BMWs, big Mexican weenies. That is my brand of guy. That's who I take home to mom. You guys know exactly who I'm talking about. They're the ones who drive the old Honda Civics where the hood of the car is a different color than the rest of the car. Like, that's my guy. So, see me? I'm in the passenger seat. I don't know, there's just something about a guy in a suit and a Tesla who's all, done up, and I'm like, you try hard. That's too much. Like, you probably proposed by PowerPoint presentation. Like, I don't like that. That's stupid. No thank you. But a guy getting off the bus? Babe! Ooh, my God. Baseball hat, gold chain, tattoos on the neck? Yes! That's my guy. I don't know, there's something about it that I'm like, he feels like home. He feels like he has 2 kids and an arrest record. And I love that. All right, that's all I have for you guys tonight. My name is Jessica. Happy New Year.
Jessica, everybody, let her hear. Come on. She's going to be at every home Dodger game this year.